Since 2015, GoPro have been awarding the most creative filmmakers for their unique movies. The rule is simple. You do the best video using GoPro cameras and GoPro will pay you. There are $5 million in the stack, so it's worth a fight. Just like Colas Fuede, the FPV drone pilot who uses GoPros on his flying gear and records wingsuit skydiver Vincent Coty in the French Alps. Beautiful content. So just like Vincent and Colas, let's dive into the new year with brand new energy, new ideas, and of course with the new Sports News Season 10. Before we begin, please like and share our content and subscribe as well to all our aviation channels. My name is Regan Tetlow. Come on. There will be multiple air sports events this year, including the most popular aviation disciplines. But besides the World Championships calendar, in 2022, we also have the World Games event in the USA, including 2 air sports, drone racing and canopy piloting. The World Games, organised by the International World Games Association, is the second largest multi-sport event in the world after the Olympic Games. It offers an excellent platform to the FAI and its competitors to demonstrate the excitement of air sports in front of the world's media. Drone racing and canopy piloting will be on the programme of the multi-sport event. The previous edition took place in Wrocław, Poland, and it included 3 FAI disciplines: canopy piloting, paramotoring and glider aerobatics. Some 35,000 people attended the opening ceremony of the event, which attracted more than 3,000 competitors from 100 nations, including 66 pilots and skydivers. This year's event will be held by the Birmingham City in Alabama, USA, from the 7th to the 17th of July. Okay, so what about other disciplines? If the pandemic will just back off a little bit, we hope that a massive number of aviation contests will take place in 2022, and we've prepared a small schedule choosing the most important ones. The 4th FEI World Cup of Indoor Skydiving will take place in Belgium at the beginning of April. Brazil will welcome the best paragliders for the 5th FEI Pan American Paragliding Championships just before the World Paramotor Championships in the same country. Turin in Poland will be the host of the 3rd FEI World Intermediate Aerobatic Championships in June, and the CISM World Military Parachuting Championships will take place in Gessing in Austria. The European Gliding Championships will start on the 2nd of July in Kaunas City in Lithuania, and Hungary will be the host for the World Gliding Championships just before the World Microlight Championships in the Czech Republic. The Women's World Gliding Championships will take place in Great Britain this time in August, and the best aerobatic glider pilots will visit France for the Gliding Aerobatic Championships. And this is just a small part of all the events. My first special guest for 2022 is a 4-times world 8-way formation skydiving champion, and he's also the team captain for the US Army Parachute Team's competition section. In addition to these victories, he is also a 7-times national champion, current world record holder for the highest single scoring skydive and the highest scoring freefall average and highest wind tunnel average in 8-way formation skydiving event. So yes, it is a quality start to the new year of interviews. And ladies and gentlemen, this is Drew Starr from the Golden Knights. What's a day like for you at the moment? Tell us about your job and what you're doing and what a normal day is like.
Well, right now we're just wrapping up our holiday vacation period. So today's the last day of Christmas and holiday kind of downtime and vacation. So the whole team meets back tomorrow. We're all going back to work tomorrow. So I haven't seen a lot of the guys in a couple of weeks. They've been scattered all over the country, and I'm excited to see my teammates.
Will it be straight back to the air, or do you have other admin to do first before you all start jumping again? How does it work?
No, the wintertime's a lot of admin work. Usually, whatever the last meet of the year is, whether it's a late nationals or, CISM in Qatar this year was a little bit late, or if there's a late world meet. Once we're done with that last competition, we'll kind of we'll take our foot off the gas and catch up on a lot of the Army paperwork and responsibilities and career obligations we have as soldiers. We'll do that between October and February or so. So we don't jump a lot through the late fall and through most of the winter. So when we go back to work tomorrow, we're going to be catching up on, our maintenance technicians are going to be looking at the gear really good and starting the maintenance cycle and starting all the preparatory work that we have to do for our winter training down in Florida. So a lot of that, the Golden Knights stand down 4 times a year for safety training. And the big one will be this coming week before we head down to Florida. We'll take a whole week off. And this probably isn't public news. This is probably breaking right here on our Sports News. We are shifting to 4-way for the upcoming seasons. So we're downsizing the competition section on the Golden Knights, and we're going to attack the 4-way field for the upcoming 22 competition season.
The Air Sports Promotion YouTube channel is a place where you can find the full-length interview with Drew amongst many other interviews from 2020 and 2021. And if you get there after the show, don't forget to hit subscribe. Thanks very much. As always, at the beginning of the new year, we can watch a lot of 2021 summary videos, which are more often a compilation of the best shots from over the year. So we did the research in the web to find the good stuff just for you. First one comes from the guy from the Sky channel, and it's just pure paragliding. Take a look.
Each hole in my heart I'm trying to fill with things that you want. And if you think there's a part of me that's steady, I don't know who you are. I wanna get drunk on all your love. Baby, would it be your love if this is all I ever was?
Really nice content also comes from the Cumulus production channel, which is focusing mainly on sailplane flights. Let's get into it. 21 has been a particularly strange year for glider pilot Nico. He started the year with restrictions below 3,000 meters ceiling under the Cumulus. Then little by little the weather deteriorated, which let him make only one task in the regional championships in Charles-le-Heu in France. Then he flew in the Alps, surfing the wave up to 6,000 meters. Anyway, the summary video looks outstanding. Just before the new year, a name for the new grand champion of the 21 Drone Champions League season was revealed, and this is Raiden Racing Team. Raider Racing have won the DCL World Championships of 21 after a fierce battle all season against the previous title holders, X-Blades Racing. The win wasn't confirmed until the season finale at the Great Wall of China, but the rest of the season provided some amazing moments too. DCL Media Centre reflect on the roller coaster ride that 21 was for Raiden. My second special guest this week claims that he can help skydivers achieve their goals and dreams in the sky. And I can confirm he really can do this. Using his proven strategies combining play, targeted training and specific practices in the tunnel and in the sky, he wants to meet skydivers who are willing to explore and improve their flying. So let's catch up with Brian Cumming. So Brian, tell us a little bit what's going on full-time skydiving. Tell me about that bit of your life first, what you're doing, tunnel and sky, what's going on?
Yeah, so I'm a skydive and tunnel coach. I primarily belly. I'm pretty rubbish at every other discipline. I'm okay at wingsuiting, I guess. Yeah. And I don't know. I left a corporate career 2015 in the summer, AFF instructor. Live in the Northern Hemisphere in Europe, in London. Not in London. I moved in the UK, and jumping is okay, but tunnel is more regular in this sort of climate. So I do a little bit more tunnel coaching than I do skydiving, but I try and get around as much as I can with a bit of both.
What was your corporate life in the real world? What were you doing?
I worked for an investment bank called Lehman Brothers. And wow. In 2008, we went bankrupt, and I watched thousands of people leave the building with cardboard boxes in their hands, never to come back. It was quite an interesting time.
Did you ever, during the height of it and the good times there, did you ever have the idea in your head about getting out and going, joining the circus with the rest of us? Or was it not something in your mind, or what?
Yeah, well, I made this massive faux pas where I grew up in Bedford. I lived there until like the age of 22. I didn't really know what I was going to do, but 22, I went back to university. Well, I went to university for the first time, and September. So I finished university and I got a job in the Big Smoke, a graduate scheme job, and September 2005 was the month I started, but it's also the month that the world's largest wind tunnel opened in Bedfordshire. Yeah. Sort of 10 miles from where I grew up. I had no idea at the time. I don't know how I missed it. I was only a baby skydiver at the time. So I lived in Bedford for 22 years until the month the world's largest wind tunnel opened. And then I moved away.
And the full-length interview with Brian, which is almost half an hour long, is now available on our YouTube channel. After a few tough years, the Boeing company says it's doing a top-to-bottom overhaul of its design, engineering and manufacturing systems as it gears up to build its next clean sheet airplane. The company recently told Reuters it plans to plunge the company into the so-called metaverse, an immersive environment where human workers are digitally linked to machines and other workers using virtual reality and augmented reality, and it's all about changing the way they work across the entire company. For the next jet, the plan is to build a virtual digital replica of each piece of the aircraft on which simulations can be run. The system will bring together the forest's worth of paper drawings, test data and certification documents into a digital environment that could assess and test every bit of the plane before it ever hits the shop floor. The Vanilla unmanned aerial vehicle from the aerospace company set a world record for flight endurance with 8 days, 50 minutes and 47 seconds without landing. The trials took place in September and October at Edwards Air Force Base in California. The company emphasises that it will now work on the development of the combat platform. Before its record flights, the structure demonstrated a 5-day flight, and Aerospace Development Director Greg Papineau said at the time that the drone returned to the base with enough fuel to possibly fly for at least another 24 hours. According to the manufacturer's statement, the structure can now fly 10 days with 30 pounds of cargo in internal vaults, or 3 to 5 days with external and internal cargo weighing up to 150 pounds. China-based urban air mobility company EHang officially launched its 5G Intelligent Air Mobility Experience Center in Guangzhou, China on Wednesday. Developed as part of the company's 100 Air Mobility Routes initiative, the center is designed to serve as an operational hub with all necessary infrastructures for EHang's autonomous aerial vehicle. According to EHang, the facility will enable trial operations for its EH216 and Falcon B AAVs, as well as other electric vertical takeoff and landing models. The company says it has plans and tested several flight routes in Guangzhou's Hongpo district for ventures such as passenger transportation, aerial sightseeing, aerial logistics and smart city management. The 5G Intelligent Air Mobility Experience Center was launched in partnership with the Guangzhou Development District Communications Investment Group. So this is the future, but what about the past? Let's move on to the January Hall of Fame section. On the 31st of December 1908 at Camp d'Auvers, 11 kilometres east of Le Mans, France, Wilbur Wright flew a 1907 Wright Flyer a distance of 124.7 kilometres over a triangular course in 2 hours, 20 minutes and 23 seconds, setting a record for duration and distance. He won the first Michelin trophy and the 20,000 francs prize. On the 31st of December 1938, the Boeing Model 307 Stratoliner made its first flight at Boeing Field, Seattle, Washington. The test pilot was Eddie Allen with co-pilot Julius A. Barr. It was a 4-engine commercial airliner that used the wings, tail surfaces, engines and landing gear of the production B-17B Flying Fortress heavy bomber. On the 1st of January 1914, the world's first scheduled commercial passenger flight took place when Antony Habersack-Janus piloted a St. Petersburg Tampa airport from St. Petersburg to Tampa in Florida. The passenger was St. Petersburg's mayor, Abraham C. Fail. Over 3,000 people witnessed the departure. On the 2nd of January 1959, the first cosmic ship Mecha, which means the Dream, was launched from the Scientific Research Test Range No. 5 at Turinatam, Kazakhstan, later named the Baikonur Cosmodrome. The rocket was a Vostok L8 K-72 three-stage launch vehicle. Mecha was the fourth in a series of lunar probes and was intended to impact the surface of the moon. Alright, so that's it for this week's show. Once again, we kindly ask you to hit the like, share the content and click the subscription button on our YouTube channel. We'll see you as always back again here next week, but before that, I'm leaving you with some stunning paramotor shots straight from Danielo Stabad. Take care, stay safe and keep your eyes on the skies.